This is my first review, the 3 boba places. Just as a quick reminder, we're judging on 4 different things. First is presentation, second is quality of milk tea, third is quality of boba, and 4 is overall bang for your buck. I'm picking places from Seattle, so a little different than California. So I'm gonna butcher this pronunciation, and I am very, very sorry ahead of time. Yifang Taiwanese, or just Taiwan? Taiwan fruit tea. It's actually a chain from Taiwan originally, and they opened one recently near me, like 2-3 years ago. Oh, also bonus points for having a compostable or at least recyclable straw. We love that. Save our planet.
Save the planet. Save the planet. Save the planet.
I really like it. It's really simple with characters that I assume says Yifang, but I also don't know because I can't read anything. This is the top. I really like it. I think it's really pretty, really classy. I'm also always one for like a simplistic kind of design. I would give this a 4.5, pretty strong. I like it because it's not too sweet, and so there's been no ice or sugar adjustments. I really like it, but it also doesn't have that strong of a tea flavor. I taste more milk, which for me, I don't mind because I do like a milkier tea. However, I did want to taste more of the black tea itself. Yifang uses fresh milk, so sometimes that does change the taste a little bit. Because it's not overly sweet and it is at 100% sugar, I really like that because I normally at most places only get 50%. The tea, I would probably give 3.5. The boba I really like. It's kind of on the smaller size, which I personally like. Sometimes I order mini boba on purpose, but that's like my personal preference. It is really soft and I prefer it on the softer, more chewy side. So for me, I would give this boba a 4.5. Yifang is known to be on a little bit of the pricier side in general, but when you get like some of their basics, like just a milk tea, then it tends to be like a more normal price. I personally would give it a 4 because I think the quality of boba for me evens it out and I really, really like it. So I'd give it a 4 for bang for a buck. However, if you pick their other drinks, that might be a little bit different story. I don't really know. If you ever come to Seattle, come let me know. We will go to a Yifang or maybe another of the other 2 places we'll try.
First milk tea we're going to be trying and testing out is Preso Tea. I got their pearl milk tea. Preso Tea's in Westminster. It's all one size, so it's all like this kind of big size. But yeah, I guess also just like preface my experience with Preso Tea. I've gone there, I don't know how many times. Like, it's not my go-to place because it's a little farther away, but I do like going there. I normally get their jasmine milk tea, so I've never actually gotten their pearl milk tea, so this will be a new experience. It's also good because they have like deals sometimes. Like today, I'm getting it on New Year's Day. I got my brother one of their peach teas, which was only $2 because it was a New Year's Day special. So it's like a nice, you know, tall cup. It's relatively simple. It's got like your name here, Preso Tea, and then stay fresh, and I assume this is also says stay fresh. I don't know, I'm not Asian enough for that. On the top it also says stay fresh, and it has like a little Facebook thing here. But yeah, it's like a nice kind of like basic presentation. I think makes me happy, but I already like Preso Tea, so yeah, I guess I'll give it a 4. So I'm a fan of it. I like it. I don't think it's too sweet or anything. You can definitely feel the tea, but it's not like overpowering or anything. It's kind of nice, good consistency and flavor, and yeah, I'm a fan of it. So I give it like a 4.5. Okay, so it's like a nice consistency to them, a little bit on the chewier side, but like not in a bad way. It has a nice softness to it, which I appreciate. If anything, I wish there was like a little more flavor to them. But I mean, if you're more into like the boba being a little more subtler and letting the tea take charge, that's fine, but I kind of like a little sweeter of a boba. So I guess I'll give the boba itself, I guess I'll go for it. So the pearl milk tea, the pearls were like included with it. So it's a nice little deal, especially I think for the size of it. I give it a 4.5. Also, fun thing, I've decided I'm gonna keep a boba journal for 2021, just keep track of all the places I go to and what I get. And then at the end of the year I can see what I normally get from what places and how I feel about it.
Hello, we are doing our hometown boba reviews. So exciting. And I'm particularly excited because I'm from Irvine, California. I don't live there anymore, but Irvine, California is the place to get boba if you are in the Orange County area. So I'm very excited, very privileged. But the first one that we're going to be doing is Orobe. These people are very new. They just opened a little bit a while ago, like in the middle of the pandemic, so honestly kudos to them. But they're really, really awesome. And this is only my second time trying this because I haven't had a chance to get over there. So I'm very excited for this. Okay, so you know how like people are like super particular about their coffees and they make a huge deal out of coffee and everything like that, and they like make it super nice? That's like the same type of, you know, care and quality that these people go into making these teas. Very cute, very nice. Also, I got the Gayukuro milk tea. So Orobe stands for like oro, which is gold in Italian, and then bei, which is cup in Chinese. So it's like a gold cup situation to bring like Italian coffee making to boba, which is kind of really awesome. So I'll read this like little thing on the back. It's super cool. I really like the presentation. It reminds me a little bit of Boba Mofo, if you've been there too, the one that Phil Wang founded. It says Orobe specialty beverages on the front, and then it says on the back, Orobe Gold Cup, the melding between the Italian craft of coffee and the Chinese culture of tea. Oro for gold and bei for cup. This gold cup symbolizes our commitment to your experience, your Orobe. Perfect cup, every cup guaranteed. Love your Orobe, or let your barista know. Exceeding your expectation is our first priority. I love a minimalistic kind of vibe to it, and I really like the cute little explanation on the back. And then it also says like especially crafted for, and then they like will write your name here or like put the little sticker there, so it's super cute and like super personalized in a way too. Presentation, 5. Oh, the tea is really nice. It's very like floral and there's like a lot of layers to it. You can tell it's like really nicely made tea. I'd say maybe a little bit too sweet, but it's also adjustable, so if that's like not your cup of tea, then you can go lower sweetness level. So I think for the tea, I'm gonna go maybe a 4. The bobas are really nice. I'm not sure like what syrup they like soak it in, but it's very nice. Very nice chewiness. Yeah, so I like my bobas kind of like definitely like that QQ taste, that chewiness. But it also can't be like so soft that there's like no fun, you know what I'm saying? Like if like, you know how you make pasta and you want it like al dente? I want my boba al dente, you know? So this is very nice. I think the taste has really nice sweetness to it too, that's like not too overpowering. Like the tea is a little bit too sweet. Bobas, I'm gonna go 4.5. Super great. It is on the pricier side, but you do get really good quality tea and boba. So I mean, if you're in the area, I think it'd be a really good like one-off sort of thing to try. I wouldn't buy one every day. I would say 4, but know you're getting really good quality, even though it's a little bit more on the pricier side.
This is my second boba review. I went to Meraki Tea in the U District, University of Washington District. I have not been here before, so I was excited to try a new place. I think they are relatively new. It's actually like a block away from the place that I first reviewed, which was Yifang. I like their logo. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Share Tea low-key, but always for some lowercase solid bold lettering, but then the all uppercase at the bottom. The top is a little friend, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I guess for presentation, I think I'd just give it like a 2.5 to be honest. Okay, maybe a 3. I'll be generous. 3. It's just because like it's simple, it's great, but it doesn't like stick out in any particular way. It just is what it is, but you know, can't go wrong with just simplicity. It feels like a pretty 50-50 split between the milk and the tea, which I like because I like a stronger tea flavor. I also like that the 100% sweetness is not overly sweet. Like I would still probably order like maybe 80% at this, but I like that it's not just like sugar, because that's so much. I would get a headache. So the tea itself, I'd probably give like a 3. Not bad. I mean, it's not like rock solid boba, but I think it's just not as soft as I would prefer. It's like chewy, but I think it's just because it's been in the ice for a while. The boba, I would give a 2.5. kind of average for like a milk tea, but I honestly would probably only give bang for your buck like 2.5 to be honest, just because like it's not bad, but there is better boba out there.
Okay, so today we'll be trying Iuja. It is in Westminster. Yeah, I've been here once before, shortly before the whole pandemic thing happened. Can't remember what I actually got or what I thought, so this is kind of basically like trying a new place. I also got Sean, my brother, a tea. He got a nice peach tea. He's a fruit tea boy. But they gave him like a clear cup, and this is like not a clear cup. Presentation judgment is based on the cup I got, but you might get different ones. So I mean, I tend to favor a clear cup just so you can kind of see what's going on in there and have like the color come through. You've got like this nice like mountain things going on, this nice little grass and stuff, which is fine. I think I would prefer it on a clear cup, but yeah. Also their lid also got like little mountains, grass. You can kind of see the tea through here, but I think I would purchase like a basic lid, or if it just had like the float things on it instead of like all the arty things. But yeah, so I guess for a presentation I'll give it a 2. Not a huge fan of it. It's very tea forward, not exactly sweet, and I like a little bit of sweetness. Like I don't like it too sweet. Like I'm not gonna get a taro at like 100% of what it is, but I do tend to get like milk teas, like black milk teas, like at their fullest sweetness, because I do have a sweet tooth at the end of the day. This isn't quite meeting that. Like it's a nice tea, it's got a nice quality to it, but I wish there was like maybe more body to it. I'll give it a 3. It's okay. Stuck in there at the bottom. I had shaken it earlier, but now that I'm feeling it, like the boba all just sank and stuck to the bottom. Okay, so that's where the sweetness is. Like the boba is sweet, maybe a little too sweet, although with the milk tea being not sweet, I guess it balances out. And also the boba's like small, like smaller than I'm used to, which is okay, but I think I like slightly heftier, not like huge.
It's just, I'm kind of big.
Yeah, it's kind of big.
Would have preferred a little less sweet and a little bigger, so I'll give it a 3. It's kind of a lot. It's not exactly an amount you want to be spending weekly. They do give you a slightly like taller cup than normal, so I guess that does kind of balance out. So yeah, bang for buck, I'll say 3.5.
Hello, it's another day and I am back with 2 bobas. So the first one we're gonna try is Chow For Tea. Also, fun fact, Chow For Tea. Chow literally means tea in Chinese, which is really cute. Here's the cute little logo, I guess. I think it's super cute. I love this little cursive moment, and also the design is really like minimalistic and nice. So I'm a fan of that. Would highly recommend. So for presentation, I'll give it like a 3. I think it's a pretty average cup. It's really cute. I like the logo, but you know, it's pretty average. I also noticed that all the ones that I got don't have like the traditional like plastic over the top. It's this like little cap thing, which is like, I don't know why it's there, but it's an interesting thing to note. So the tea itself is really nice. I'd say it's a little bit more on the shallow side. Yeah, not to sound like super pretentious or anything, but it feels, there's like not a lot of like depth to it, if that makes sense. It's pretty sweet. This is like the regular sweetness, and so yeah, the milk tea is like not too bad. It's like not as thick as I like it, you know what I mean? I really like to taste milk. It tastes like a bit like watery to me, or like not as creamy, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not as creamy. For the milk tea, I'm gonna give it a 3, I think. Bobas are pretty good. They're like more on the softer side. I like it like an al dente boba, if that makes sense. So boba, I'd probably give like a 3.5. I've had like much worse actually. It's pretty like pleasantly chewy. The flavor is really nice. So I would say that's a pretty fair price. It is like a little bit on the smaller side, I would say, and especially for Irvine, where things are generally a little bit more expensive, I would say it's pretty like average price to pay for boba. I'll give it a 3.5 again too.
for my third boba place, I went to a place called Iuja Tea. Okay, not gonna lie, I'm already a little biased going into this because it is one of my favorites, but we ignore that. It's the farthest one for me, but I go there all the time because it's like middle way between me and like other friends who live in like South Seattle. I really like this presentation. Well, one, it's like you can actually recycle all these things, which is like great. Save our earth. It's like nostalgic to me, so it's a little different, I would say. I like that it is simple. And then the green definitely does stand out, which I like. Maybe not my personal font of choice, but also I think it works with like the shop and their whole aesthetic, which is cool. We love being on brand.
It's on brand.
When I talk about tea, I factor in like sugar level at like 100%. What I do really like about it is that it's maybe like a hair more sweet than I would normally get, but for 100% it's not that sweet. I would prefer like a slightly stronger tea taste. I think it's just because there's like more sugar than I'd normally have, and so I'm tasting the sugar more than the tea. The tea is solid, like you can taste it. It doesn't just taste like you're drinking sugary milk. Tea, I would probably give it a 3. Like I would prefer it a little bit more chewy, but like it's still really good. Like the consistency and the quality is definitely there. It's a 4. I think like signature milk teas tend to be all generally the same. I do remember that Yifang was kind of more on the expensive side though. I would give this probably a 4 because like it is all one size, and that feels like a pretty standard size. Sometimes you pay ones like that tall that are like the same price. So I would give it a 4 because I really like the quality of boba, the quality of tea, just a little bit more sugary than I would normally get.
Here for my final place that I went to get boba from, YT Cafe in Garden Grove. I've been once before, maybe twice. I think it's just once. That was shortly before the pandemic struck. It was good when I went there. I can't remember what exactly I got, but I also got food there. I got egg rolls, I think, because they also have a good like wide selection of food. Like you get like banh mi's, you get noodles, egg rolls, your typical popcorn chicken. So it's a good place to go to like also get a meal. Also, they have some really like fun names for their signature teas. Like they have like the ex-boyfriend and the hangover, and I think one has like rain in the name. I don't know, they have some very fun inventive names for their signature teas if you ever go there to try them out. I know you can't like sit inside places, but right now when I went, their aesthetic inside was like very cool. Like there's like nice little green plant hanging thing. I don't know, I didn't take a picture or video because I would have felt self-conscious. I dig the look. It's like pretty basic. You just got like your clear cup with your little round green band, their name, their little logo thing, and then their top says coffee and more tea. It's like a nice cute, it's not quite perfectly done, but that's okay. Yeah, it's a pretty nice normal kind of standard cup, I'd say, so I'll give it 3. So this is definitely like a stronger milk tea. It definitely packs more of a punch when you drink it. There's a slight sweetness to it, so that's nice, and it kind of counterbalances or balances out, I guess, the stronger kind of nature of the tea itself. Yeah, it's a very like strong flavor. Like it's a little stronger than I'm used to, but yeah, it's good. So I think I'll give it like a 3.5. The boba's nice. It doesn't like have much flavor on its own. Pretty basic, normal size, but it's got like a good consistency and everything. So I guess I'll give it like 3.5. So I think this is like a little larger than normal. I don't know, compared to my head. Like I think it would be what would typically be a large size. There's only one option, so I think this would be like large size, a little more expensive than I would like to pay for boba, but it is also a larger size than average. So I'll give it a 4. Yeah, why not?
So next up we have Tasty over here. This is a bigger size compared, but it's like their standard small size compared to Chow Tea. And then Tasty, we got a cute little pun. These names are just like on it, you know what I mean? Tasty, Orobe, Chow For Tea. We love a good educational moment. And also, fun fact, my friend actually opened the one in Barranca Parkway. So you guys, if you guys live in Irvine, go support small businesses. I love Tasty on Barranca, super awesome. Presentation, I think it's pretty cute. It's got this like really nice logo, nice and big on the bottom, or on the side, sorry. And on the bottom it says the Plenty 20. I'm not sure what that means, but that's good for them, I guess. But yes, what's also really cool about presentation is that the bobas are green, and it goes along with like their green theme, if that makes sense. So like inside, the employees all wear green. The logo is obviously green, and so they wanted to make green boba to like make it more coherent, which I like. So presentation wise, I'm gonna give it a 4.5. Let's go 4.5 for presentation. Yeah, so this milk tea is a lot more milkier. Like I could feel, or I could taste like the creaminess to it, which I prefer more. So for that reason, I'm gonna give it a 4. The bobas are really nice. I like the chewier texture of these better than Chow For Tea. I will say there's like a lot more variety though. Like it's not super consistent, and like the bobas are, some bobas are like smaller and some bobas are bigger. Consistency is still pretty good, so I'm gonna give this 3.5. It is a bigger size, so I will say that, and like I said before, Irvine rent is really expensive. I have beef with the Irvine company, let me just like, we do not want to go down that rabbit hole right now. The rent is more expensive, so it makes it more understandable that especially like small businesses would charge a little bit more for their drinks, just because rent is expensive, and that's just the reality of living in Irvine. But I'm gonna give this a 3.5 because it is a bigger cup, and so it makes sense that they would charge a little bit more for the boba because you get more boba in general, and it's like green. That's like pretty cool.
Those have been our hometown / home county boba reviews. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let us know down in the comments below if there are any other boba places in the SoCal / Seattle area we should try. And yeah, thanks for watching. Go out and get yourself some boba, and yeah, see you later.
I spilled.